going on, YouTubers? We're unboxing the Valtinsu EM5. This is basically a different frame variant of the Tuttio Soleil 01, 48 volt, 2500 watts. So we're gonna unbox this guy and see what comes in it. I have just opened it. So let's see what comes in the box when you open her up. Manual, in case you weren't sure, but it looks like, I'll be damned, front to back you get 28 pages are actually in English. This actually has some good diagrams. I'm impressed. This is going to be our charger, 54.6 volt, 5 amp. So they do give you a 5 amp charger, not a 2.5 or 2. Got some decent weight, still probably just cheap. But we'll call that good. Das Toolkit. Mr. Central Driver already did an unboxing video with this, so this isn't going to be any different. But man, they give you, okay, that's quite a bit. 8, 10, 13, 15, 12, 14, 14, 17, some Allen wrenches, looks like an angled hex. Some hex keys. Not a bad toolkit. This is difficult to open. What is this? Okay, these are our handlebar risers. And cast. They seem in good shape. So don't lose those. They won't be going anywhere. We have keys, 2 of which, and an angle bracket. So I'm just going to take this whole top pack, set that aside. We're going to lose our foam. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if you can see what I can see. Pretty well packed. We're not doing this typical crate and cage metal shipping, so this is all foam in here. But we got our here's our front tire. Just look at the quality of this for a second, or lack thereof. We'll see. This rubber feels really soft. Zenting, that means nothing, not for highway use. It's a 60-100 on a 14-inch. Max loads 40 psi cold at 227 pounds. All right, we got a pretty thick rotor there too. I don't know, first impression, that's pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down. Let's see if we can get this girl out of the box. How do I want to lift this? You know what we might just do? We're going to cut the box. That's some thick cardboard. Oh, it's tape reinforced, that's why. There we go. Back you up so you can get a better field of view. It's so little without everything assembled. Handlebars over here on the other side. I'm not seeing any shipping damage. Number 93 number plate. I have a feeling that sticker's coming off. I hate stickers. You know, here's one thing that makes it better than the Tuttio, is that the got an actual CRF style front fender, not that flippy pancake flipper that the Tuttio comes with. This actually feels pretty heavy. Looks like they got it shipped with the chain disconnected. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this on a stand of sorts, and then I'll get it assembled, and we'll take a look at this in a second. All right, I got it together. It is smaller than I anticipated, but it's a pretty good size overall. I'm 5'9" with a relatively short 29-inch inseam. And I can stand, and it'll still move back and forth underneath me. Feels like a lot of spring preload. There's not much in the way of rear suspension travel. I did take the side covers off here because the chain was left disconnected from shipping, but that also lets us get a look at the motor. 11-tooth front sprocket. So, that being said, guess we should see if it works. Bring the camera over. Let's take a look. Where did I put the keys? Keys are right here. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. All right, so we're in kilometers on the odometer. Trip, average, max. There's our voltage, 46.9. That's how many watts you're pulling, amps. Must be how long your ride's been. If I press and hold, no, it doesn't switch to miles. There's our pedal assist, no pedals. So 0 is going to be essentially park mode. Brakes feel good. I may need to adjust this chain. Well, maybe not. Seems okay. All right. Well, I have to adjust the throttle. Tightened it too much, I think. So let me fix that. Figure out how to put this into miles instead of kilometers. I'll go for a test ride. All right, I've got it figured out here. I also set tire pressures, 32 rear, 30 front. They're about 13 to 16. So make sure you adjust these tire pressures when you get one of these. But to go into the menu mode, you press and hold plus and minus menu to change. And then there's a cheat sheet in the book that tells you what each function parameter is. So let me adjust this throttle, and we can maybe take a little go. I might have tightened this too much. I think this is a half-turn throttle, which I'm not super fond of. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. It does move though. Alright, so let's put this back into, yeah, that's better. Alright. In 0, which is park mode, you actually can't go backwards with it. It locks it so that you can't roll it backwards. So I think actually you can't roll it backwards at all. That's interesting. Go forwards. Well, maybe I can. That's something to curious about. Maybe you can only go so far. Yeah, it seems like you can only go backwards a little bit. That's so weird. But so yeah, me, 5'9", 29-inch inseam. Not bad. little noisy. All right, I'm actually gonna do this two-handed so I don't hurt myself, and then we'll get back with the follow-up. So this is something to note. Look what we have. So what was happening, and that happened literally seconds after the last cut. There is, right here, a little nubbin or something, or some sort of chain alignment issue. This is the chain guide, which is fine. But I was free spinning it just lightly, and patong, she threw the chain. Popped the master link off, and boop, it's a 420, so I have another one of those. So I need to figure out this chain alignment. So that's something that's gonna happen. It's just the quality control that when it fails. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, well, you know, there's no chain guard right here either. Did they send one in the box? I'm gonna have to look. We shall see, but this is, you know, that's why it's not $5,000 Suron. So let me figure out this chain business, and we'll be back. All right, so this chain thing was kind of their fault, kind of my fault. Now, this is not a very good chain to begin with. It's very noisy, kind of clunky and chunky. I would definitely recommend replacing it if you get a chance to. However, as you might have seen when we unboxed it, the chain was not installed on mine as shipped. And according to the instructions and how everybody else's came, it should have been. So what happened when I installed it is that I installed it on the bottom side of the roller, not the top side as it is now. And notice how the roller is basically no more. This took about 1/10 of a mile to destroy the roller. So that's my fault for doing that. But on the other hand, the chain should have been installed, and there's no instructions in the book to tell you that it should go above, not under. So I will probably maybe temporarily 3D print a new bushing out of ABS or PETG, but I'll look online. I'm not going to ask the seller for that. I thought it was hitting here. Well, it was, but that's because it's supposed to ride above, not below. I'm not going to ask them to send me another one, even though it was half their mistake, half mine. That's not really all that fair. Overall impressions of it, though, it's got lots of nice torque for 48 volts, a good speed. I did not do a top speed run because of that chain roller thing, and it's just, I don't want to throw a chain 5 miles from home. There's some scuffs right here from shipping, but you know what? We tend to pull all of our stickers off anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Brakes, everybody says the brakes are great. Brakes could be better. Maybe they should need to bed in a little bit, or maybe there's air in the lines. I will look at that later. But yeah, overall, if your chain's not misinstalled from the factory, you should be in good shape. The seat is a lot harder and firmer than I would like. I would like this. I mean, it pushes down nice. I don't know. Maybe it's just my butt. Everybody else seems to like it. So it's probably just a preference thing. The front forks feel really good. The rear shock, little firm. Maybe it's different off-road. Overall, though, I think this is a really damn good bike, especially for the price that you guys can get this for. Roughly $850 to $890 shipped to your door when it's on sale. They're going to be going up to about $11.99 after September. So I would definitely recommend you jump on it when you can. And this is the 48-volt EM5. So then they also are going to have the EM10 and 60 volts. And they're going to have, I think, the EM10 Pro and 72 volts. The 1412 wheels, definitely small. It's definitely a kid's bike. If we look at it here, it looks great though. Definitely 1714s would definitely be advisable. Let me go get my lifted razor, and we'll see how it compares. So this is my lifted MX 500 razor, 72 volt. If we get down on the equal level here, yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell that the razor's a little taller. This thing is definitely Razor Plus size. It's not as small as the regular one, but it's not as big as, well, it's not as tall as a razor with proper forks, which that one doesn't. It's just got the lift springs. All told though, I think some 17-inch front, 14-inch rear would really do well to lift this thing up about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Being that I'm gonna give this to my 13-year-old son, who unfortunately is like 5'9.5", 5'10", with long legs, I definitely would have to lift this or find a different bike for him. Because this one I have a feeling might be a bit too small for him to be comfortable. Yeah, that's gonna be something to chew on, but it's a good looking bike, that's absolutely sure. If he does keep it though, I wouldn't bother changing anything about it. It's plenty fast enough, both in torque, acceleration, and top speed for a kid. For me, yeah, I might grab the dongle from that guy and tune it, being that it's just a far driver. But overall, it's a really good looking bike. Fire driver's nice, cool heatsink exposed, bash plate down at the bottom. Sucks about that chain thing though. I like that they put brake cable guide on it. I did zip tie this up because it was bent for storage, so it was going to be flapping on that. That's no big deal. So yeah, I think I'll take care of that chain guide. Otherwise, number 93 here is, it's good. It's good. Is it as good as a Tuttio? I don't know. They're essentially the same, made by the same parent companies. So whatever one you can get a deal on, go for it. Overall, I like it. So, all right. I'll let you know if we do anything else with it. Later, taters.